All right, we're sitting here with Ben Amir, co-founder of tophouse.com. It's an awesome property search app. It's basically TikTok meets MLS. It's the way of the future. It's super cool, and we're super thankful to have you here. And I just wanted to talk to you about, what you guys are doing. I know you're getting involved in some community stuff and things like that. So kind of walk us through, where the app's at now and what your plans are for the future.
Yeah, so we've recently launched. We're a startup, obviously, and we're really working on building the next evolution of real estate discovery.
Yeah.
And what you're seeing now in the market is that proliferation of video, whether it's YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or obviously TikTok. We want to bring that to real estate, and we're seeing real estate agents, at least the top agents, do such a great job of prepping their homes, their clients' homes, but then they're shooting these really awesome trailer-like video walkthroughs, and we want to provide them a platform that they can display their creativity and their awesome work, and also get rewarded for that by generating new leads and connections, and ultimately do more business.
Awesome. That's super cool. Yeah. And I really love, there's obviously some other property search apps out there. What I find really cool about yours is that, it is hyper local, and when I pull it up, the map functionality and just getting the visual on, what properties have sold, what's for sale, all of the condo buildings, you can pull up the history really, really quickly. So just like the user ability, if I'm a buyer or seller, even like just looking to see what's going on in the market, I can find out like within seconds, who sold around me. I can get a picture of at least a rough idea of, what my home's worth or what homes are going for in that neighborhood. And I love that you are pushing towards the video as well, because I do think that there is a cool opportunity there, especially if people are searching for neighborhoods, getting, like you said, the vibe of what that neighborhood's like. They get to see, if people are doing, top 10 restaurants or bars, they can kind of get all that at their fingertips. And if they're looking at an east versus a west, for example, you can really see, the benefits of both areas, and you can kind of pick on an app in one place while you're also looking at sold data, which I think is awesome. Like, why not combine all those?
Yeah, really, we want to bring all that together. All the cool stuff you're seeing on Instagram, let's have it in an app where you can actually go and see, okay, what's happening in a neighborhood, what's really nice in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
All the great videos you're posting about, local restaurants and shops and great parks, all that stuff that you're doing, we want to give you an avenue to display that. And then once someone says, oh yeah, I'd love to live in the East End, for example, then now they can say, okay, how much are homes going for? What type of property can I afford? And what are the market stats? How has this neighborhood changed in terms of pricing over the last few years?
Yeah.
So we want to really give you that overall real estate discovery platform where you can really find out, okay, where do I want to live?
Yeah.
What can I buy there, and how much do I pay for it?
Yeah. So you're getting the data, but you're also kind of getting the context of that data. And I think the cool thing is traditionally, I don't think, real estate videos have been, very kind of cookie cutter and box cutter and things like that. But I do think that the future, the ones that are going to be seen, and like the way the algorithm's going to work and the eyeballs are going to go to, the ones that actually are providing value, and the ones that are connecting with local businesses and giving back and kind of showing those things as well. So it's not just all self-promotional, it really is showcasing community. So taking that old school, geo-farming approach where you're at all these community events and basically turning that into video and, giving your money and your time and the eyeballs to the neighborhood and to the businesses, and actually giving back and providing value both ways. And then the value, again, from the end user is cool, because then they're actually seeing what that neighborhood's like. So it kind of works, synergistically, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And agents, again, like yourself and the Richards Group, you guys are doing such a great job of creating really good creative content these days. And some of these video walkthroughs are really entertaining, and so again, it's just that direction is we're seeing that in the market, and Top House is the platform to
take it there. Yeah. Awesome. So how did you develop it? Like, where did this idea come from? Like, what's that process been like?
I've had a background in sort of startups and real estate, and just seeing that trend really sort of pushed me to want to create something similar to a TikTok for real estate. So And, I got together with a couple of old university buddies who are software developers, and we started to work away at it. And it's really, really challenging. I don't think most real estate agents would appreciate how difficult it is to build such a quality app, and how many hundreds of thousands of dollars and in developer costs it would take to build something like this.
Yeah.
But again, we want to give agents their own app that they can use to, again, get followers and generate leads. That's as quality as some of the apps that their clients are using that's not their own website.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that really struck me. And even, I think I was kind of lucky. We got to see this a little bit early on, and seeing how you've grown and where you're going. It's really, really cool to kind of see that journey, and the app, again, like that user experience, whether you're a realtor or, like, more importantly, buyer seller, is seamless, right? Like, you can, it's super quick. Again, getting that real-time data. I'm a big visual guy. So being able to pull up a map where you can see very, very cleanly, it's not cluttered at all the data is laid out for you, is awesome. So it's really cool to see.
Yeah. And definitely appreciate you sticking with us from the beginning and seeing the growth that we're going through. It's awesome.
Awesome. So one of the features that I think is super cool that you guys are getting into, and absolutely nobody's done this yet, is the neighborhood features, combining that with video and sold data. So that's going to be rolling out in the next month or two. So tell me a little bit about how that's going to work for the user. If I'm a buyer or seller and I live in a downtown condo and I'm looking east versus west, what's my experience going to look like on Top House?
Yeah. So what you're going to be able to see is you're going to search, let's say, a neighborhood, and see all the great content that agents are creating about that neighborhood.
Okay.
And it gives you a really awesome way to really discover and get a good feel for if the neighborhood is right for you, for your family. And it also gets connected then to all the market stats in that neighborhood and the properties that are for sale.
Awesome.
So, that's something that we're working on, and we're excited to get agents to post, all the great videos that they're creating already on this platform that connects all the other data to it.
That's amazing. So if I search like Leslieville, and an agent like myself has posted a video with, like, top 5 breweries or top 5 restaurants in Leslieville, we'll be able to see that, and I can actually get a feel for the neighborhood, and then go look at sold data, how that market's trending, and like market reports and things like that as well.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly.
That's super cool.
And more importantly, they'll see, hey, Shane is actually a local agent in the East End. Yeah. Right. And that's the person I'd like to work with to buy my house.
Totally. And I think the agents that are local and do know the neighborhood better are just going to create better content anyway, so they'll get the eyeballs on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So another thing that makes Top House really different in terms of the user experience is the, obviously the videos, which we've talked about. So what are you seeing that makes it better? How does it improve their ability to kind of get a sense for a house? What are you seeing there?
Shane, how many times have you gone to a home and noticed your buyer say, oh, this home is a lot smaller than I expected, because maybe the photos were wide angle?
I know, right? It's a rhetorical question, but almost every time. Yeah.
So we think video walkthroughs are a much better way to experience and really get a good feel for a home. And agents are starting to do this quite a lot on Instagram and TikTok. We think there needs to be a platform where you can quickly experience that video walkthrough, but also then get all the details you need, the price, the location, and the neighborhood info. And that's what we're building.
Yeah, that's super cool. And it's a lot harder to hide flaws in a house on video. In cameras, it's easy. You can pick your right angles. On video, it's tough, especially if you're walking through that house with somebody. And I love that you connect those to the actual property, so you can see all the listing photos like you normally would be able to, but then you also get that added element of video, which no one's doing. That's super cool.
Exactly. And you just know exactly the flow of a house, right? Okay, what room is this, and how does it lead to the next room? And so you just get a much better feel than just pictures.
Yeah, that's super cool. I think video is going to be
there's no doubt.
There's no doubt, man. And it's tied to the property, because you go on realtor.ca, you get the floor plans, you get the pictures. There is that missing dimension, right? And that's up to the agents to build too, right? Because you're right. Like, there's a few agents that could go and dominate that space, because not everybody's going to do like a proper video walkthrough and put that up there. So basically, from the agent perspective, you can you can separate yourself very quickly by doing that. And then if I'm looking at 10 listings and 3 of them have these like awesome walkthroughs, you know, maybe I'm going to go see those 3 listings versus the other 7 that don't. So that's going to be a huge separator and a huge differentiating point for agents and for properties, like in their marketing. And that's a pitch that agents can use to their clients.
100%. Exactly.
Like for sure, we're going to get more eyeballs on it. We're going to do these creative videos. It's actually something that I've been doing with my clients in listing presentations. I say, listen, we do the Instagram videos. We do top 3 restaurants in the neighborhood. We do top 3 amenities in the neighborhood. We also tag those businesses and we invite them as a collaborator. So we're getting their eyeballs too. Majority of those eyeballs, unless it's like A&W or something like that, most of the local businesses, people that are following them are also local. So you're kind of hacking the algorithm and you're getting local eyeballs you're not paying for sponsored content. You're not, taking a flyer on Facebook Market, which is a gong show now. It's not what it used to be. Exactly. You're combining with local businesses, giving them exposure. They're giving you exposure. And it's just great mutually beneficial relationship, which is awesome.
So such a good way to sell yourself and show that you're actually doing great work for your client. Yeah. And to be honest, the top agents they get more followers too on these platforms because they're doing these awesome video walkthroughs. They prepare the homes better, then they shoot these videos and their homes are just going to sell for higher. It's just the way it is. And no discount broker will ever do anything like that. Yeah. So the service just gets better and better.
It gets better and better. So you've got to be on. So when you have to be on and we are always prepared, then you are better positioned to talk to your clients. You're better positioned to guide your clients, and you're more in tune with the market. It's the same thing with putting a house on video or yourself on video, right? You got to prepare the house better. You can't, cut any corners knowing that house is going to be shown off, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like even having you guys over today, like we like cleaning up a little bit and stuff like that. And Jenny was joking like, oh, we should have them over all the time. But it's like, we're not on video all the time. You know what I mean? Like how you live and how you shoot and how you stage a house and how you sell it is different than you actually live. And the more you kind of expose it, the more you have to have quality product.
Yeah. And that's really like you guys, for example, you guys do all this great staging, this, that. Again, that is something that is so valuable and people are willing to pay a lot of money for that. Right?
Well, and it's the HGTV effect. So talking about video, going back in, 20 years now, HGTV's been, doing its thing, but like people started watching HGTV and when they walked into a listing, they didn't want to see, grandma's couch. They wanted to see an HGTV house. Like that's what they expected. Yeah. So that really kind of changed the game, but it was like, like social media, TV, all that stuff has really made everybody up their game and made the consumers, rightly so, demand a better product. And not to be, callous and speak about a house as a product, but when you're listing it, that's what it is. Buyers coming in, they are pickier, right? Like if you don't have it, and it's a small thing, but if it's not, painted right, if it doesn't feel right, if, your light fixtures aren't, cool or on trend, or at least that fit and feel it, that creates that emotional pull, people won't pull the trigger. Even in a hotter market, they won't do it, or they'll pay less, or it'll sit and they'll negotiate you down. Like it's such a big factor for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. And a lot of the times they won't know why, but they do pay more for stuff like that, right?
Yeah, they don't know why. That's funny is they won't like say, oh, it's because, you picked this paint color and this, they don't know why, but they will do it.
But it's an emotional process, and so much of life is that way, right? We like something and we buy it, or we enjoy something and we do that. That's all it is, right? So
we make decisions emotionally and then we justify them rationally.
Exactly. Yeah. What a great statement. Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. All right, brother. Well, thanks for joining us. And did you have anything you want to promote or give away or do anything, like that with the app?
We're starting to do something interesting, which is we're allowing Linktree type websites for agents. So you can create your own website, whether that's shanerealestate.com. And when you click on it, let's say from your Instagram profile, it'll have certain links. One of them will be browse homes. And when you click that, whoever clicks that will be automatically connected to you. Okay. And so you generate leads from it, and your clients and followers on other platforms will have a great user experience discovering homes. One key thing about Top House is anybody you share a link with from the app gets connected to you.
Yeah.
So what we'd like to do is we'll give away 1 year free to any agent that wants to set up their Linktree type website on Top House. So we'll share my contact info and
of course,
set that up.
Amazing. That's super cool. All right. So any agents watching this, links in the bio. All right. Cool, man. Awesome, brother. Well, great to see you as always. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Shane.
Yeah.
Appreciate
cool.
it.